The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you got the Dow up 142. We get the Nasdaq up 23. S&Ps are up 11.5. Gold is trading up $2 at 10.79. We got silver at 14.17. Pot copper is at 2.08. We got the light sweet crude market at 40.32. Bonds 10-year up 5 ticks. 30's up 9, and good old King Dollar's up 251. We got option expiration. You got Nike coming out. They, I know it's a good goose, man. There's no doubt about it.
Well,
man.
there you go. 2 for 1.
2 for 1. Raised the dividend by 14% and did a buyback.
Like a $12 billion buyback.
Yeah,
I think.
I will pull it up. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
I know, man. It's a nice way to goose your stock.
Yeah.
And it's been
It was making headlines. I didn't even read the article. I was just seeing the headlines.
Yeah, totally. And folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. You can come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner on the top or on the side. You hit the banner. You can bring up the platform. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you'll see, of course, on Wednesdays and Thursdays, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Mr. Daryl Martin has a program. We have this program every Friday, and you can see how these option contracts trade. It's a defined risk contract. That's the bottom line. And in this market, defined risk is always where it's at. When you have volatility, that is when you absolutely have opportunities, whether you're a bull or a bear.
It's nice, of course. You know,
you need it.
It's really nice.
Well, I need it.
Yeah, right.
No,
I need it, right? But it's really nice. I agree. It's much easier for me. I need it a lot. And, you say you need it, you don't need it. It allows you to trade, I think, with a lot more peace of mind when you know the absolute max you can lose no matter what, right? Because, like we're talking about stocks dropping out of bed 40%.
That's right.
There's no defined risk if you own Macy's, actually.
No.
I'm just going, there's no defined...
Well, even, yesterday, I had closed. I didn't bother,
Natural gas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you did it, you might as well have done it in the Nadex platform. You know what I mean? If you wanted to be... If you wanted to trade it. Okay. Well, no, if... Personally, I didn't...
You would have traded natural gas.
I closed my trade because I'm saying to myself, I didn't know what was going on. Thank God I did. It went down.
Sure,
okay?
yeah.
But the bottom line, I really couldn't figure it out.
And it's interesting, just jumping around natural gas, I was looking at that at the end of the day, I know it went down, and the numbers were okay. So
no, and listen, I was looking at it all morning.
I bet.
It's wicked, man. I want to trade it so bad because I like trading it, but I'm not going to go short natural gas when it's at $2.30.
Yeah,
so I'd rather wait for it to go to 190 if it's going to go to 190.
Risk reward, it always is. We always say, people shorting stocks under $10, right?
Yeah.
The same thing. It's
exactly.
Yeah, your risk versus reward. How low can it actually go?
Patience. I actually have quite a bit of patience in the market. I know you don't have it.
It's a nice qualifier.
I had to say that qualifier.
In the market.
Folks. I had to say that qualifier because I got to tell you the story. Yesterday we're going to lunch, right? And evidently I'm a wicked driver, meaning that
a wicked driver. That's a Boston statement for sure.
And in this particular case, wicked means that I go, I stop, and needless to say, we're coming out of the parking lot. And
he drives like he talks. That's right. I mean, that's
evidently, yeah. So anyway,
patience.
But I get patience in the marketplace.
You too. That's important.
I do.
And that's because you look at the risk reward. Yeah,
exactly. Well, because I know it's a game. I guess the difference that I don't know if this is the difference, but I absolutely know that this is just a game.
See, you say game, I think strategy. And I know that's what you're saying, but it's
right. It is strategy.
Yeah,
it absolutely is. And so it's
there's no need to get into that position if it could spike up because it's been so low, and really how low can it spike? And so you look at that and you say, I'm not happy with that risk reward of, and that's what you just want to look at, the probability of a big win, the probability of a big loss.
Exactly.
And that's
exactly. And what I'm always looking for too is big changes of trend. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Because then you can be wrong and be right.
And because just like the same thing, you have the opportunity for a big gain. Right?
Exactly.
You're not playing for like the very tail end of natural gas plummeting.
Right. Well, this is a great point you just made. Because what I actually do is this: I'm looking for short-term gains inside that long-term gain. Do you know what I mean?
Sure,
and that's what's really cool.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Because what happens, folks, is that's where the market saves you.
Sure, right.
It just does. Right. Do you know what I mean?
For sure.
So let's go take a look at, we get option expiration. They got the market going, no doubt. Oh, they got to look at it just since we're here.
It's been quite a week.
It's an amazing week. There's no doubt.
Through the moon.
Well, let's go take a look at the Dow first. So inside the Dow.
See them going 18,000s.
I mean, it's
Just from a mental standpoint, that number we're as close as you can get, 17.9. So.
Oh, it's a big. So watch this. This is how decadent and deviant the market is too. Is that November 9th is kind of the benchmark in the indices because we had got up to the high, but that was before. But that's where we had the first leg down. That's 17,900, and we're at 17,902.82.
Yeah, the high that day, 17.9.
Yeah,
and we're right above it.
So it's like okay.
And then what is just the high of this whole?
977.
977.
17,970.
70 points away.
Right.
It's nothing.
And then inside the Dow, so let's just take a look at inside. This gets
Nike up 5%.
Yeah, here. No, so we can go like this. I was doing this yesterday. Watch this. This is pretty cool. This gives you the amount of points that's getting inside the Dow. It gives you the change and then the points. So
the effect on the Dow number.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. So inside the Dow, Nike's 45 points right now. United Health, which got killed yesterday, is 21 points. That's up. Home Depot's up 10. IBM's giving it 9. Boeing's giving it 8. There's only it's big numbers. The only equities.
That's what I was saying. Wow, there's like nothing down.
There isn't. The only equities down. You have Microsoft just taking away 1.3 points. Chevron's taking about 1.2, and we're talking about those are down pennies, folks. So
I mean, every stock is down between 5 cents and 20 cents. That's it.
Exactly.
And there's 5 of them. That's it.
Exactly. So now let's go over to the NDX 100. Inside the NDX 100, that's up $33. You have Ross Stores. I think that's Ross Stores. Yeah, that's up $4 at 9%.
What is Ross? Is that a retailer?
Yeah, it is.
What are they?
Dress for Less.
Okay.
Yeah. I know you've never been in one.
I might have. I don't know. I like those stores though.
But I don't think. I think
is
it's
that
a
more
woman.
women's.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. I get dragged in there once. But it's definitely they.
Those are good stores.
There's huge deals in there.
I love Marshalls.
There's huge. I love Marshalls.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no doubt. TJ Maxx.
Right.
Okay, so Intuit. That's up big too. I think that was up. Yeah, it's up $6. That's up 5%. Intel's up 89 cents, and what's that? Kraft is up 174. Now, taken away from it on the way down, you get Akamai's down 335. Autodesk is down 310. BioMolin, that's still getting hit, down 490, and Wynn is down $1.11. I guess they announced Wynn. Their casino is not going to be ready.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's in China?
In China, right. So it's put off another 3 months, but
that's the one that they were just talking about. They didn't know how many tables they were going to have.
They still don't know how many tables they have.
I think they'll be okay though. They're going to have the power of the government.
Well,
not behind them, but like we said before, like I think when they came out and said they're going to support that area and make sure the economy flourishes.
Yes,
those big casinos need to do well.
And evidently, what happens there, like they just opened a casino, meaning another company opened a casino there. And they only gave them the tables the day before they opened the casino.
I can believe that.
So that's how
you're at their mercy.
Yeah,
I mean, you are.
I guess that's kind of I don't know if that's how it goes.
You go into countries like that, I think that's how it goes to a certain degree. And when you talk about, I think having imagine the people in charge in China with that type of a gambling empire. You know what power you wield in giving that person how many just business in general. Yeah,
huge. We look at the NDX. The NDX, okay, so it hit a high out here, 46.90. You're at 46.88, still staying at highs. That's not ready to sell yet. Let me go look at the gold
contract. It's just been up this week.
Yeah, it is, no doubt. And gold kind of catch a bid, man. Bottom. Now the good deal is that it's not getting crushed. The bad deal is that we've done 80,000 contracts. You got to 1,087. You can see yesterday.
Pull back.
Yeah, I mean, see, let's just look at. I'm just curious.
We got right above that.
Yeah, which is so dangerous, folks. Okay, you know, because
we come back on light volume.
Exactly. So yesterday we get to 1,086. You do 178,000 contracts. So now what you need out here today for gold to get higher, I mean, even next week, is that you need like 187,000 contracts or 180,000 contracts.
80, yeah.
Or you'll have a failure of, couldn't even hold yesterday's high.
And when's this close at? 2:30?
1:30.
1:30.
And today's Friday, so it's really,
Yeah, good trail off. And
and what
Friday Thanksgiving too. So like everyone, people are already saying like Happy Thanksgiving a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't believe that it's Thanksgiving. Well, I can.
No, I know. Doesn't feel like it was just the summer 2 seconds ago, and we're about to be in December.
Well, it's still the summer, just like you said yesterday. I was thinking about this morning. I was working out with Nico this morning.
We haven't had much cool weather for coming into December.
It's like, you gotta be kidding me, man.
We've been seeing temperatures 10 degrees over the normal, let alone we broke one record one day by like 4 degrees.
That's amazing. NGZ,
that's some heat.
That's the real heat. Let's see that's just not ready, man. They smoked this thing down here this morning. So we're looking at natural gas, folks, and natural gas, we're at 219. Look, it's breaking the lows. Oh, this is okay. Well,
straight down.
I just gotta have more patience, man. This thing is once you broke the 2.18, it hit 2.17. Amazing. Tom O'Brien, folks, we want to hear from you. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials right now up $1.78. You get the Nasdaq up 36. S&Ps are up 14. Gold is flat. Silver is flat. Take a look at bonds and come back. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Dow right now is up $1.68. You get the Nasdaq up 32. S&Ps are up 13. Percentage-wise, what we're at here, Dow's up 0.9%, S&P 0.6, Nasdaq 0.6. Some of the higher volume stocks, and we'll see whether we get volume or not. You know, the bottom line is that we should get volume. It's option expiration day, but we'll see.
A lot of variables.
Yeah, there is.
Friday before Thanksgiving.
Well, the cool thing is, this is if in fact you get this higher, price in the, well, we'll see whether the price stays or not. But if you don't get volume, it's like, oh my God, we should get volume.
This much action in the market without volume, you're saying?
Yeah, and it's option expiration.
Like 200-point move, options Friday, and low volume. Yeah.
Some of the high volume Mento graphics, man, that can get killed. Mento is down 860. You got Abercrombie and Fitch. Yeah, they must be selling something. I
saw in that for the headline, same deal. They came out with earnings, so they made higher than their estimates. I forget the numbers, but they were saying that they maybe didn't have as many sales. They didn't have to price down. There was some type of, that's where they made up for the profits.
Okay.
But they said maybe they expect some ramped up promotions from everybody over the holidays, as in, I think, insinuating that they might have to start pricing those sales back in.
And so this is an equity that went down from 55, so it's already get smoked. So the real question is that,
when you're going back, that's a big move when you look at it on the course of like an entire year. It just jumped. Oh yeah, almost the year trading range.
It did.
Yeah.
No, it did. That's
like the entire. March. It went from the bottom end of the year to the top.
It went right back to March
in 2 hours.
And we're in November.
Yeah.
Right.
Not quite December yet.
Oh man, thank God.
Isn't that interesting though? I wonder how. I read that and I was just like, man, that sale game of call it game strategy. Same thing we're saying, but that's amazing that it's not that they sold more shirts or pants. It's that they didn't have to have as many sales. They were just able to sell it at the retail price or closer to the retail price.
Yeah, there it is. Cuts back on sales and it pays off in third quarter.
Yeah. I mean, that's where it's always interesting. That's straight out economics. Where do the supply and demand chain meet? Where is it? And where's that price elasticity? You know how that's where, depending on how much you move the price, how much does it affect demand? And that's where obviously they were able to keep that price high, and demand was the same it would have been if they had to price it down. That's interesting.
Well, so watch. You're gonna love this. This is hilarious. So one of the main reasons that one of the main reasons that even when I was starting the food shops, right, and being in business, right, was I was looking and saying, okay, at that particular point, the minimum wage is $1.25 an hour, okay? So, you could get a decent job with benefits and make like $125 or $80 to $125 a week. I'm going back 1970, right?
Okay.
And then I was looking, I says, man, hold it. I'm going to go sell hot dogs, man. And I knew well, no, I didn't know, okay? But I knew that, okay, man, if I just take $50 home a day, right?
Sure.
That at some point, I could take more than that home, right? And what ends up happening, and I knew that the correlation though was I couldn't count my hours. Because if I counted my hours,
your hourly wage
would have been like 30 cents.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
But I says, okay, hold it. But if it's scalable.
Right.
It's scalable, you know. So isn't it funny how that goes, though? Do you know what I mean? So it makes a difference, and that's, you know, when you're starting a business, folks, that's important to understand you can't count your hours. That's not even close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Count the bottom line, right, and the top line.
Well, if you want to be in business, you just can't, because you're never gonna get. It's not gonna work. Do you know what I mean?
Process.
Right. Well, look at you, even at home, between the newsletters and everything. No, do you know what I mean?
Especially nowadays with what we do technology-wise, there's a lot of people where, you know, you take your laptop anywhere. You're working in the airport before you go, and you're working at home.
Right.
Couch. Exactly. And that can be casual to that can be intense. You know, it doesn't have to be. But
no doubt. But it's good. It's
if you counted those hours, exactly. Right. For sure.
You're in trouble.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Well, man, with this market, you know, we're saying we get volatility, but what we have here is that
we just have like a spike up.
You got a one-way market, man. It's up and it doesn't want to back down. You know and it's like, okay, so you buy it up here. I mean, I'm talking about just day trade.
No, I know. I'm
talking just about a nice Nadex day trade.
It's tough to buy it after it shot up this much, and it's just hanging out without much conviction either way.
Right. And what we don't have is that you got the spike at 91. You're at 84.
There's no trading range, too.
No.
You know, we talk about a lot on here. We'll pull up a chart and there'll be nice. Now, you know, you see a nice trading range in here or something like that. You know, you have your high, your low, your high, your low. But yeah, it's above that right now. So you know, maybe you could bounce back down to these highs. Maybe.
That would be the play.
But still, I'm with you. That's really searching for something, like you said.
Yeah. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow up 162, Nasdaq up 31, S&P's up 12.5. Gold's up 50 cents. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the path of least resistance under trading newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up $1.54. You get the Nasdaq up 31. S&Ps are up 12.5. And we go take a look at the SPY first. So what we're going to be dealing out here today, and this is going to get, so it's 131 million shares. You're at 209.49. So we'd have to give it up quite a bit. I mean, for a Friday afternoon. You know what I mean? We'll see where
it feels like, at least, and it can come out of nowhere. It happens all the time. Recently, it feels like it where it comes out of nowhere, but it would have to come out of nowhere for the market to just turn around, right?
See,
after the week it's had, but it's happened. That's why I feel like I have to be like, we've seen that a lot, but
no, I love what you're saying, and this is why. What happens when you stop being in the market for a while, right? And you know, we're in the probability business. We know that, right? But how the flow of the market goes is important to pay attention to. And the flow of this market is like, hey, look, we're coming into Thanksgiving. This is up. It's like, oh, it's going to flatten out up.
And you just know.
It's harder to back down.
Right.
Do you know
exactly.
what I mean? It just is like, okay, you know.
I think of it almost as like momentum. Momentum in life is a lot of things.
It is.
And
no, it is.
You know, objects in motion. What does it? Stay in motion.
That's big.
That applies to everything, including the stock market, I think.
You're right. I'd agree with you, man.
Because it speaks to momentum, just speaks to acceleration. It speaks to you know, the momentum of buyers, the momentum of, you know, the group of demand for the stock. So it is a real sense.
And how long momentum could last is a mind blow.
Sure. Right.
That if I've learned anything, it's pretty amazing how long it actually can last. You know, so. Go over to Apple for a second. So Apple got the thing. Yeah, see, this is going to be cool. So Apple, you know, we got the juice going on Apple 2 days ago. That was from the 115 to 117. Had a follow through yesterday to 119. The gap is 120.05. It's like, oh my God. It's, you know, just coming into the gap. And, you know, thus far, that's on the daily. So it hasn't done anything on the daily. If we take a look at this on the weekly, you've actually, well, this is a lower low, so that's light volume on a lower low, which is good, actually. Do you know what I mean? On a weekly, we're at 166 million, but yet, you know, you're going into that 500 million. So it depends where this closes out today. Oh, I see, though. If you were at 119.62, if you close at 119.61, what that had been doing is hitting the bottom of that last high and rejecting it.
It's the low from a couple weeks ago.
Yes. Yes.
You got a question in the den from RJP.
Let's see. Tom, can you look at SUNE with the Bloomberg and see who has been hurt in the stock? Many big funds have had hundreds of millions of
buying
shares.
and selling, huh?
SUNE. This has been a dog extraordinaire. So this is Sun Edison. They manufacture solar panels. The low is today. Look at this thing. This is going out of business, but let's just see what's going on here. So this equity, this equity went from $96 down to $2.
It went back up to like almost 40 first.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Okay. And look at this. Oh man, this is pretty sick. So, yeah, they're still doubling down. Not everyone's still doubling down, but BlackRock's doubling down. But I believe BlackRock, that's probably in one of their ETF structures.
Sure. I was going to say that's. I wouldn't call that doubling down out a million shares to a 21 million share position.
Right. No. Yeah. But look at this though.
That's where I was. Yeah.
Oh man, this is pretty sick, folks. Mass Mutual just came in and bought 16 million.
And what is the alt AGG? What does that mean? Do you know? I was just could that mean aggressive like a fund, like an ETF?
It's going to be, let's see, portfolio name.
I was just curious. That's saying the source, so I don't know what that means. Versus a 13F. That's a different type of a filing.
Yeah, well, you know
that could be an ETF. No, because I'm looking. It's BlackRock, Vanguard, and Mass Mutual.
Well, it's over 5%. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
SRS Investment Managers bought. So here, let's do it this way too. We'll see the largest.
There you go.
Mass Mutual is the largest buy. There's a lot of buyers, man. Yeah, you're right, RJ. Let me see the sellers. Third Point.
Yeah.
The way this is set up, man. I mean,
you had some big people liquidating, too.
You do. Yeah, you do.
8, 9, 12 million share positions down to nothing at that last filing.
Yeah. And this is just showing that bottom line is that you can have big companies go out of business. The thing that's intriguing about this is that so they did $2.3 billion last year. They did $2 billion this year. They're claiming they're going to go 3.6 next year. But so check this out, folks, because this is important to understand. So they manufacture semiconductor solar energy technology, right? Well, I'm looking at we're going to build some townhouses in the fund, right? And when you're building townhouses, what happens is that there's cement farms that you can use to build them, right? That are really a dynamite way of building townhouses. Now, what you can add on top of that are solar panels, okay? That actually get built right into the cement, okay? But guess what? And I don't know if that's the case there. The credit. There's a credit that you can get kicked back. Well, the credit's
an energy credit.
The credit is over like in another 6 months. Because I was looking at it, I says, okay, well, this isn't a good idea because that credit's going to be over. So I didn't want to bring that credit into the price of what it was going to cost us to build them. Isn't that true?
Because if you didn't do it in 6 months, you wouldn't get it. And that might be close.
Exactly. Sure. Exactly.
Sure.
No, I just didn't want to make that.
You get the credit though when you purchase it all in the beginning. It's not something that's earned over the life of it, though.
That's correct.
Just so people
that's correct.
Yeah.
But I didn't want that.
Didn't want a deadline.
Into my thinking that
this has to be done in 6 months.
whether I'm going to do it or not at that price.
An arbitrary deadline.
Yeah, but when I saw it, I says, oh, this is interesting, man. I mean, it doesn't mean they won't extend it.
Right.
But
but you don't want to bank on that.
No, not even close.
Have to even worry.
I understand. Which may be the case. The panels themselves are really cool, though, man. Because it's not like the ones on top of the roof. What happens? It's embedded in them. That is cool. It's throwing out some heat.
That is.
We go take a look at the good old Big Blue out here. Well, actually, let's take a look at Nike. Let's take a look at that leader. The leaderboard out here. Oh, look at that. That's dangerous. Now, Nike, this is pretty dangerous how this is trading out here. It didn't make its high. You get a gap up. The volume's going to be basically decent out here. But, when you start putting a bunch of these together, it's like, okay, that should have got more juice than that. I mean, it's a lot of juice, but bottom line is that when you've already hit super highs, what I can't figure out is that, you have a stock that's up dramatically anyway.
Yes.
It's like, do you really want to, I guess you always want to pump your stock higher, but why would you buy it back at 132? That's the thing that blows my mind. You know what I mean? It's like, I could see
maybe they think it's going higher.
12 billion, yeah, it's 12 billion, and
that's what I thought.
Yeah. Nike coming off the most profitable year ever, plans to buy back 12 billion in stock and split its shares 2-for-1. New 4-year buyback plan will take effect when the current 8 billion authorization is completed. So they just keep buying it back. The stock split will be in the form of 100% stock dividend. You know, what is amazing with Nike, there's no doubt, is that, remember we were talking about this a couple weeks ago when they come up with their numbers, is that how do you take a company that is so large and still grow it by, what is that, by 10% a year?
Yeah.
It's just amazing. I mean,
it is.
$30 billion they take in. They plan on taking in 32 billion, 30.6 this year.
Growing at 7-8% somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And that's 2015 and 2016 growth, not 14 to 15. So that's even future growth. Next year they're going to.
And look at this is pretty cool, folks. Okay, so they have it broken down to the sectors, what the 3-year growth rate is. And in North America, they're still growing by 15.84%. That's a 3-year growth rate. Western Europe 11, emerging market 4, China 6.5. And the footwear is still extraordinary. Footwear is growing 10.9, clothes 10.8, and equipment 10.6.
Yeah. So I mean, they're barely outpacing the product segment that they're in.
Right.
They're in a good segment, obviously.
It's a wicked expensive segment.
It is. Sneakers, running shoes.
Shirts.
Especially when you're talking about the premium brands like Nike with the LeBrons of the world. You're paying for that brand. You're paying for that premium.
You are.
To be wearing the same thing that LeBron is pumping, of course.
If we go over to those NQs for a second, I think we're getting a little sell-off here. We'll see whether, it's not going to be worth to trade this out, but when you pull that back, it's going to probably be right where you were talking about, Tom. Meaning that, so the NQs.
That'd be a good level to look at.
Yeah, the NQs.
I mean, there's 3 solid highs going back.
Yeah, they
yesterday.
Popped up to 46.91 to get down to that 46.74, and because you are coming down there on a lot lighter volume, and then you have then you get a range set up. You know, that's how the baby is looking right now. MENT, Mento Graphics. I think this is right. I thought this was in Waltham. I guess it's not. Maybe they bought someone. Well, anyway, we'll find out. Mentor, I don't know what the heck's wrong with this stock, man, but this thing got absolutely smoked. Look at this thing. Okay, so let's. Wow. Same deal. Well, you know, you're at highs, long period of time, no volume. Come out with volume. Let's see what they have to say. I must have come up with number. They had to come up with. Oh, here it is. Okay, so.
Yeah.
They only missed by a penny.
Well, their fourth quarter revenue was $330 million instead of $440.
Okay.
That's a big number. When you're only projected to take in 440, you missed by 25% of your revenue. And you're not
that's huge.
That big of a company. You're only taking in $400 million a quarter, and you go, whoops, I took in $300 million. That's a big deal.
They got smoked. I mean, that's about as intense as you can get.
It's $100 million worth of revenue worth, probably.
Yeah.
You know,
that would make sense.
That's what they missed.
That would make sense.
Everything's expectation. So, you know, we haven't studied the numbers, but the expectation was a lot more revenue than they took in for what they're making. And
so in this case, you know, you wake up in the morning.
Yep.
You drop out of bed.
Yeah.
And
over 2 years.
This dropped back 2 years. ASAP, just boom. See ya. Don't want to be ya. If we go over to the, let's go take a look at a few of these gold stocks. So AEM and Eco Eagle, she got a little juice yesterday. Now, okay, so watch this. I like this. And now watch this, folks. This is pulling back, but it's pulling back on lighter volume. Sure. This looks better than the gold contract. I didn't like, the gold contract went over the highs of yesterday, but had lighter volume. It's pulled back. This is pulling back. If you're a bull, this is what you want to see. You know, yesterday we went higher. You're pulling back on lighter volume, and let's go look at Rheingold. The thing with Rheingold is going to be interesting is that they do business in Mali. They have a couple big mines in Mali.
That will definitely factor in.
No, there's no doubt. So this is pulling back with a buck.
Could we buy it's down 1.5% today then?
Yeah, no, it's important. It's, you know, and the mantra there is that it's not where, you know, the action is, meaning in Mali. Well, I'm not sure where this, you know, where the hotel is right now. It's northern Mali that absolutely is in a civil war.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like, okay, that'd be like saying that's northern, you know, Florida or something. It's like, oh, really?
Yeah,
well,
it's right next door.
It's only 7 hours away.
Right, exactly. No, for sure.
You know, that always makes me think about the films on Cuba. I forget the name of it. You know, when it's a great film that, you know, everything's going great in Cuba, and was it Scarface? No, it's not Scarface. Oh, it's The Godfather. It's The Godfather.
Okay.
You know, Al Pacino's down there, everything's going great, and all of a sudden he goes through the streets and he sees, you know, someone get shot, and he sees these people, and he's looking at them, he says, what's going on here? These, you know, and his take was that Cuba was going to get taken over by the revolutionaries right there and then. Of course, that's what happened.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of like the same deal. Yeah, one of the Tigers is saying the UNH, this is the gas fund. Bottom line, don't touch this thing, folks. You know, gas broke, the futures broke into a low out here today. This broke into a low. You know, you came down on volume yesterday. Okay, so watch that. Oh, this is going to be cool because this is an ABC down. 1181 is your A point. Your B's 935. 9, 10, 11. That's 250. Man, that'd be sick. That'd be 750.
Yeah.
That's intense, man.
Yep.
NGZ.
It's been a big move.
That's intense, man. You go, oh, see, this is not stopping, man. It putting pressure on. So if we go to the contract right now is down 2.19. Well, we'll see whether it can hold there, but I wouldn't be touching that thing. You got most of the time, folks, when you get that low, you got to let the whole thing just get blown out. I mean, just like you'll read it everywhere that it's the end of the world. No one's ever going to need heat and oil again.
Sure.
We're going to be yelling about 60 degrees above normal temperature in Florida.
Right. Give us some cool weather. We're going to get some cool weather this weekend. Unfortunately, we're going to get some rain too, but
it's all right.
It is.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow up 146, NASDAQ up 32, S&P's up 12. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is up $1.49. You get the Nasdaq up 33. S&Ps are up 12. And of course, don't forget, if you didn't test drive, Mr. John Logan's TAS market profile, folks, great time to do it. You got all weekend to check it out. You come over to our website at TFNN, test drive it. He had also just did a webinar, so you can test drive it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The webinar will be on your page.
He did his webinar last Thursday.
Yeah.
So it just kind of goes through everything you can trade. You plan your entire trading day with the TAS Profile Scanner Plus.
Right.
And yeah, if you sign up, you still gain access to that. And with same respect, Andy Hecht, he did his last night. He did his newsletter last night. Same thing. It was great. We're going to send out the archive shortly, so you sign up for his newsletter, get access to the Technimental Commodity Report, and you still gain access to the workshop. And the workshop is really talking about the December 4th OPEC meeting. So it's still pertinent. It's not like it was last night. And he gave a trade out there, a specific trade, to capitalize on kind of what he talked about with oil and what's going on. So
and look, we go over to this oil market, folks. It's going to be amazing coming into this meeting. So oil right now, it's only down 0.3%, but it's banging on its lows. You know, on this contract, the low of this contract, the low of the contract is $39.97.
yes.
This morning we've hit 41.37. And bottom line is that
We've been making $2 moves quite regularly, so that's not far.
No, it's not. Danny wanted to know, we talk about natural gas. Yeah, don't touch it with a 10-foot pool or anyone else's 10-foot pool, Danny. Okay?
We talked about it a little bit. We
Yeah. This natural gas deal, man, is breaking lows, and it looks to me like, I said to Tommy a little bit earlier, when you get that low, it really turns into a total flush out.
Yeah.
That's kind of how most of the time it happens. Let's see. Let's go to Dan in Clearwater. Hey, Dan, what's going on?
Happy Friday, guys.
And you also, man.
Yeah. Hey, I'm sitting here looking at a chart with ABT
Okay.
Labs.
Yeah.
And I've looked through your book, and I was looking at this chart. It looks like an ABC up pattern. But as I see it, there's also coming up into a gap, and I wasn't sure exactly how to read that or how to play that.
What I wouldn't be touching this right now, because what you have is this: is that the structure, the larger structure is, it came down off this high of $50 with monster volume, got into the $39 level. You're coming back up into this gap, and let's see, on a weekly level, we're doing 26 million shares. You're coming into 69 million. You're coming into 37 million. I'd make this thing prove itself, before you're going to get into this, because it can absolutely get up, and it's so close to the gap. Yeah, I can go to 47.13, Dan. Right?
Right.
And how it traded yesterday is pretty good, you know. But if you're going to buy it, I'd wait for it to try to pull back into the 43.57 area. Now, the reason I'm saying that, the different things would happen. We were talking about how you set up a range. So the top of that range would be that top of the gap where it's trying to get into, and then if it pulls back on lighter volume, then at least at that point you know where you can put a stop. You know, your stop would be under the 43.87. You'd be going for the top of the gap and see if you get any juice in between that.
Okay. If it breaks above that gap on volume, is that a different story?
No, you still wait for the pullback because it's not telling you you're only getting one side of that trade there, meaning that you're going higher, but you're going higher and it is on dramatically lighter volume. You know, volume would have to explode beyond belief. So the cool thing about retracements, whether up or down, is that they most of the time will give you a correlation as to what's going on the other side.
Right. Okay.
Thanks, Dan.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. We got a lot of great program coming up for you. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, man. Have a great Friday.
Have a great one. Great
weekend.
Friday.
Be
Great
safe.
weekend.
Totally.
Go get them, folks. They wait for us to get off.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.